Hi everyone and welcome back to Starbucks Saturday. First and foremost, I am blind and I cannot look in the viewfinder and I really don't care what the picture looks like anyway. So if you can't see my face, sorry not sorry. I'm going to make today a good day even though little tip about Starbucks mobile orders. If you're going to place an order and you're like me because even though 9/10 of the world can drive themselves there, there is still a tenth of us who are like me and can't drive and are at the mercy of other people. And even though half of you guys walk, I still don't believe I'm the only one in the whole wide world who is only able to get places at the mercy of other people driving you. So, if you're going to place a mobile order, always get the phone number to the Starbucks just in case shit happens. Today I placed my order. My ride got there in plenty of time. But even though I live pretty close to the Starbucks, I don't know what the hell the paratransit system dispatch had this driver doing, but when we stopped and I realized, he wasn't saying, okay, we're here or anything like that, I was like, well, let me check on the location. I was on Southeast something. My apartment and the Starbucks are both on Northeast. We were on the other side of town, obviously picking somebody else up, but I don't know why they routed it like that. But I do know that it was then that I was like, okay, maybe I should call this Starbucks. Of course, I didn't have a number. So I call Ira. I love Ira. I really do. This video is not sponsored by Ira. Ira, in case anyone doesn't know, is a subscription service whereby you can call Ira call Ira, meaning call a trained agent who describes your surroundings, or they've actually talked me through walking like next door and finding what I needed. They actually do that every week when I come here because my bank's right next door and I do some business there. And we're going to have to improvise to make that happen today because I brought my glasses, but I didn't bring my specific... There's a phone, a repurposed Android phone that is solely for use with those glasses or for use with the Ira app. And I forgot to bring it. I have my glasses. I'm just kind of carrying them around all the time, but the phone, I don't. Anyway, I really do love them, but for some reason, I could not get through today. Even when it did seem like I got through, the agent said a few words and then I don't know what happened. The call dropped or some shit. Bad moment. Ira's a wonderful service. I don't know what went down, but it was... Something was just not working out on that particular day. Anyway... Jeez. One bite, not 3 million in one. By the time I finally got there was some confusion about, okay, what did you get again? So, after we got that part taken care of, I said, is there a phone number to this place? They're like, yeah. I'm like, can I have it, please, so I can write it down so that if this ever happens again, I can call you and, like, assure you that I did not place this order and then drop dead. I am on my way. It's been a sometimes good, sometimes frustrating week. I guess we all have those weeks, but I'll start with the good parts. And actually I'll start with one of the good things is I actually was finally able to get my part of the quarterly review done for work. Maybe I'll do a whole video about surviving those quarterly interviews or quarterly reviews. I guess they're actually common in today's workplace. But in my limited job experience, I've never been subjected to one. And really, that's been my attitude about this whole thing. Subjected to it. This is a tedious thing. This is, not looking forward to it. But once, I guess my boss and I both got tired of waiting for the technical issues to be worked out. That she had emailed me last week and said, click on this link. And I had tried to click on the link, but they said the systems, the website that it took me to said, before we get started, verify that it's you. Well, it doesn't like my password for some reason. And after about a week and a half of waiting for somebody from IT to get back with me, which still hasn't happened, which I know that it's IT for a huge company. We have a lot of issues that are more important than that. Issues that maybe are the difference between productivity and hundreds of thousands of pet parents not getting their babies medication because some network issue is screwed up on our end. So, there's obviously more important IT issues than mine. And that still hasn't been resolved, but after a week and a half of waiting for that, my boss just emailed me and said, I'm just going to copy and paste the form questions into an email. I'm like, thank you, that'll make it so I can actually do it. Well, I got that on Thursday, filled it out, and the actual meeting hasn't been scheduled yet, but she assures me it's going to be next week. And the good news is, this crap, has this ever happened to you? You just completely, your train of thought just, it's like, where did what I was thinking go? The good news is this form that she sent me is the same form that we use every time, she said. I mean, I asked her that, and she said yes. So I'm like, okay, next time you email me and say, quarterly review time, I'm going to go home and fill this out and send it to you. And not even screw with the system. There's the quarterly reviews, and then there's the annual review, which, for my company at least, depending on how you're doing, there might be a raise in it for you. Which, not that I don't work hard anyway, but that's a motivation to work hard and get better so that maybe you can get paid a little bit more. And another good thing, this video is going to be hella long, but it actually started with bad and then it became good. More often than not anymore, I'm having to take the same paratransit system that just made me spend half an hour trying to get to what should have been a 5-10 minute ride to work in the morning. And they're getting worse and worse about if a driver's not confused about which entrance is the correct entrance, given that there are 4 doors and there's only one of them that is going to work. They're not even able to find the address. And of course, the little bit that I know about how to direct them may or may not help. I finally got sick of it Wednesday because, I mean, it hasn't quite left me in a situation where I'm texting my boss and calling into the receptionist and saying, it's 10 o'clock and I'm driving all over the area of the company because the driver can't find it. My shift starts at 10. I've not been in that situation yet, but I come close at times, and Wednesday was one of those times when I got in there and pretty much had to get started right away. I mean, I got to work with like literally 5 minutes to spare. Which is closer than I like to cut it. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to start telling them to have me there half an hour before my shift starts so that we can allow for this shit and I can still get to work on time. Well, then I get this 7:40 to 8:10 window. As it happened, they were actually there closer to 8:30. But the point is, I don't necessarily want early-ass windows and to get there early-ass, but I also don't want to be getting there 15 minutes before getting into the area 15 minutes before I am supposed to start, and then have a driver say, okay, I actually don't know how to finish getting you where you need to go. How do I get from wherever I am right now to this workplace of yours? So I called customer service on Thursday. I was like, I don't know what the answer is, but I'm not interested in going through this for the whole rest of my career. I am going to believe that this is going to be, I'm doing my first quarterly review right now. There's a lot of annual reviews in the cards for me because I'm going to be here for a while. And if I have to start every day with you people not knowing where you're going, I mean, that's a bad note to start my day on. I didn't necessarily say all this to customer service, but that was my frame of mind when I called customer service. I said, is there anything that can be done? And he looked at the address, and I don't know what else he might have looked for, GPS something. And he's like, okay, yeah, we need to do a site evaluation, which is what we call sending one of our staff to the location. They will, I will write notes here explaining that the drivers get confused. They get to this point, and then they get confused and don't know where to go. And the purpose of the site evaluation will be to compose better instructions on this for the drivers about which way to turn on what street, how far to go, which way to turn again, or whatever's involved. And then while we're at it, get instructions maybe even right up to the door. And I'm like, yeah, getting instructions right up to the door wouldn't hurt because there's 4 doors and that's part of the problem. So I described the entrance that they need to be taking me to, and hopefully all of this will be clarified soon enough. If you call 2 weeks to a month, to 6 weeks, maybe even by the time it's all said and done. Close enough. But the good news is it's happening. I probably should have done that a long time ago, but you never know what you can do until you try, is I guess the point. I kept putting up with this. I probably should have, well, would have, should have, could have, but I guess I just kind of assumed, what's customer service going to do? I mean, there's nothing they're actually going to be able to do. So I just kind of put up with this. As it was, when I finally got sick of it and called, they said, actually, there might be something we can do. So you never know what you can do until you try. Now that I have spent 45 minutes yammering at you, I'm going to wrap this up. There's more I could say, like things that I'm thinking about and, whatever. But this is already way too long. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. If you have come this far and watched this long, bless your heart. Thank you for watching. Please sign the Do Not Demonetize petition if you feel so moved. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.